Hi, this is Miri from the Self-Love Village. So if you've just found us and you've just watched my video, what is self-love? Then you're probably wondering, how the heck do I get started? Like, where do I even start? So what I'm going to be doing today is giving you 4 simple things that you can do that will just start you feeling like this is attainable and that you deserve self-love, because that's basically the biggest barrier that we all have, is actually believing like we deserve it. So the 4 simple steps that I'm going to give for you today are designed to help you connect with your body, to have to start building that relationship up with your body, and to make her realize that you are ready to step into your power and to, finally start taking care of her. So step 1, and you can do these steps one day at a time. Some of them are going to feel a lot easier for some people than they will for others. So if you start feeling like something's very hard for you, then please remember that that's your body's way of protecting you. Okay, so you can't fail at this. You can't fail. It's just that if you're feeling a lot of resistance, that is your body's way of protecting you. But just because she wants to keep you safe and she doesn't want you to get hurt. So thank your body. When you feel the resistance, thank your body. Tell her that you're safe and just try. Just try, because you literally can't fail. And if one of these things takes you 2 or 3 days to do, don't beat yourself up. If it takes you 5 minutes to do, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are moving towards a kinder relationship with your body. So step 1 is actually connection. So once you get to know me, you'll know that I talk about connecting with your body all the time, because it's such a vital thing to do. So the very first thing that you can do on your journey to self-love is to actually connect with your body. We spend so much of our lives blocking out our emotions, blocking out how we truly feel, trying to numb down everything, literally everything. And so it can feel like a really big step to actually connect with your body and to find out how you really feel. It can also be a very, very simple thing to do, because all you have to do is just get quiet with yourself. And I literally talk to my body. Like, I get quiet with myself for a few minutes. I just put my hands on my heart and I close my eyes and I just breathe for a couple of minutes. And then I actually say to my body, how do you feel? What things have you been carrying for me? What emotions have you been hiding from me because you're trying to protect me? How do you feel? And you literally just listen to what comes up. And very often you'll start feeling physical pain first that you've not felt. So you may feel like a pain like shooting up your back that you hadn't noticed before, because your body's been carrying that pain for you. She's kept it out of your consciousness so that you can get on with your day. That's how much she cares about you. So you'll often feel physical pain first, or you may have heavy legs or something like that, and then you'll then start to feel emotional, and it may surprise you what emotions pop up. It may be that you have to try and connect with your body a few times before you feel any emotions pop up. And if that's the case, that's just because your body's learned how to protect you so well. Like, she loves you that much. That's, all of these emotions that come up, your body's been carrying them around, and she may have been carrying them around for you for years, for absolute years. So how amazing is that? Just take a moment just to be thankful that, your body's provided you with distractions because she doesn't want you to get hurt. How amazing is that? And then it's about actually reassuring your body that you're okay and that you can cope with anything that comes up because you are strong enough to. That may be something that comes down later on in the line, but for the very first time that you start to feel emotions come up, please do not judge any emotion. Let me tell you something that you may never ever heard before. You are allowed to feel whatever and however you feel. You are allowed to. There are no bad emotions. And it may be uncomfortable because we've had certain emotions classed as good and bad. It may feel really uncomfortable, like you may have anger pop up and that feels uncomfortable and you instantly want to push it down and hide it away. But please try not to judge whatever emotions come up. Just don't judge it. Just allow them to come up. Be like a viewer that you're just watching what comes up. And you don't have to fix anything. You don't have to even feel anything. You just have to see. You just have to see what your body is carrying for you, because that then tells your body that you're starting to care. And that's a massive step forward. Okay, the next is just doing one act of self-care. And self-care can be anything that you need right in this moment. And you can ask your body, what do you need? What do you need to feel better? What do you need to feel loved? And it could be, for me, like always, Epsom salt bath, boiling hot bath, get away from everybody. Like that is like an ultimate act of self-care for me. But it can be anything. It could be that you need to phone up a doctor. It could be that you need to actually get outside and get out of your head. It could be that you need to move your body. It could be anything. But just allow yourself a moment of self-care. And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. In my 4-minute miracle program, we do 4 minutes a day. Just 4 minutes can change everything. So allow yourself just like 4 minutes to do one thing for you, to make yourself a priority in your own life. Because you deserve 4 minutes, at least. And doing so shows your body, once again, that you care about her and that you're trying to put yourself more in a position of power so that she doesn't have to constantly do everything for you and hold everything together for you, because you're okay and that you can do this too. So that's one act of self-care. And the next is about shoulds. I want you to, if you can go a whole day, that would be fantastic. But if you could only do an hour, you know how many times, especially with women, that we say should? I should be doing this, I should have done that. I'm a bad person because I should feel that. And shoulds just like control so much of our lives. It's unbelievable. And they make us feel so guilty, and they make us feel like we're constantly trying to reach something that's unreachable. And shoulds make you feel like you're not enough. So I want you to let go of shoulds. I want you to literally, this is what I do when I'll do a whole day. I'll do a whole day of no shoulds. We call it a no should day. And every time I think I start to feel bad or start to feel like I should be doing something, I literally say to myself, stop, no should day. If you can't do a whole day, that's fine. Even try like 5 minutes. Literally you've actually got to like listen to what you're saying to yourself. And if something is coming up that you're feeling guilty or you're feeling bad about, and it's a should, and you think to yourself, without that should, what would I actually be doing? Like, is that a should that's been placed upon me by somebody else? Or is that should actually, in alignment with my values and what I feel like I should be doing? And if the answer is that it's somebody else's, then push it away or put a pin in it. If you can't completely push it away, just put a pin in it for 5 minutes, for 1 hour. Allow yourself a guilt-free amount of time, however much time that you can do. Letting go of shoulds is a massive, massive step in the direction of self-love, because it's about accepting yourself and being enough as you already are. And then the final step that we're going to talk about today is about keeping keeping self-love in view. So all that means is, everyone has like manic days where you're running around like a headless chicken. You've got so much to do, you've got so much to fit in, you've got so many people to look after, and you get to the end of the day and it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you've just put the kids to bed, you slump in a chair and you're just like, where the heck did that day go? And you've had zero time to think about yourself, your needs, your wants, your dreams, your anything. So having self-love in view means that you go about your day and you still do the things that you have to do, but that you've got self-love at the forefront of your mind. So that means that you can say no to some things, or you can make yourself a priority, whereas you normally wouldn't even think about yourself. So for example, you've got loads and loads of errands to do. You can still have self-love in view while you're doing those errands. Like, even just having a kinder voice to yourself while you're running around like a headless chicken. It means that you're actually thinking about yourself as well as other people. See, a lot of people say that self-love is selfish, but it is so far from that. It is so far from that. When you actually are pursuing a relationship with self-love, it means that you're not putting yourself on a pedestal or higher than anybody else's needs. Quite often we're walking around and this is everybody else's needs and this is our needs. And if something happens to everybody else, we just disregard ours without a thought. Well, self-love is about leveling that out. And so, your needs are just as important as other people's. And having self-love in view makes you remember that yes, of course we want to help everyone that we can, and of course, our kids are going to come first, but that doesn't mean that we have to squish down all of our needs and all of our wants and all of our dreams in order to make everybody else be up here. Like, we can level that out and we can make ourselves a priority too. Like, we can be just, even if you can't get it level, we can always raise this bar just a little bit. So going throughout your day with keeping self-love in view means that you are mindful that you are worthy enough, and that may affect the way that you talk to yourself. That may affect the way that you see yourself as you're going about your day, and how kind you are to yourself. And it may also mean that you are able to make some time for yourself. Making time for yourself as a priority. It's really, really good to keep a journal of all of the things that you're doing and the way it changes, the way that you see yourself. And it may be that it's doing some of these steps actually makes you rethink some of the beliefs that you have about yourself, or some of the beliefs that you have about self-love altogether. And it's great that you've got this whole new village around you as you start investigating your feelings and your experiences and your beliefs, because we are literally all here for you. So write down, every time you do a step, write it down. Write down how it made you feel. Write down what beliefs it challenges. Write down what resistance you feel. And also, really, really importantly, write down how it made you connect with your body. And if you have any problems, write that down too, and pop it in the Self-Love Village group so that we can support you throughout this journey. Especially if you're just beginning, just know that you now have a whole load of women that are about to surround you with love. And, you know, we can show you just how enough you truly are until you can believe it yourself. See you guys soon.